extensive pre-season. How's the body holding up?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good at the moment. So had a couple of weeks off, went back to Melbourne for Chrissy, and then a bit of quarantine. So we had a good number of boys training, getting through it. So everyone's looking really fit, and I'm feeling really good at the moment. So
See the knee strapped up. Is that a cause for concern? Or?
nah, that's just precautionary. I do that most trainings. I've been doing it probably for 3 years since I hurt my knee 3 years ago. So nah, I just do it every training.
And I guess, as I mentioned, you've been putting in a big sort of pre-season in before you went on the Christmas break, longer quarters this year. Is that sort of, I guess, a concerted effort to be putting in more long distance running?
Yeah, exactly. We're going back up to 20-minute quarters, so it's important that I'm covering the ground well, I'm running well, I've got fitness. We're really competitive in the training session, so it's gone up another gear in intensity wise, so everyone's come back really good shape. So we're just trying to get the best out of each other and play really good football.
Have you felt those fitness gains in your training and your running times?
Yeah, I have a lot. I feel like I'm covering the ground a lot better. I'm not as tired in training. I'm thinking a lot more clearly, making right decisions. So there's obviously a lot more work to go, which is good. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better.
In terms of the ruck, going back out to longer quarters, are you keen to sort of carry the ruck as much as you can, or will it be more of a split before would you have thought?
Yeah, we'll have to go. I'm keen to play forward as well as play ruck. So me and Rory, we discuss. We're in talks with Aaron and JL. We'll see how the pre-season goes. But yeah, I always love playing ruck. I love being in the middle and going as much as I can.
And I mean, you're pretty different, aren't you? I guess your different strengths. So
Yeah, exactly.
You kind of, I guess, assess what's happening with the opposition and use it tactically a little bit as well.
Yeah, exactly. So Rory's a really good long distance, can jump really high, and I like to use my strength a little bit more. So I feel like we work well together as a pair, and yeah, that's good for us against the competition.
What sort of stuff did you get up to in your off season to get that fitness up? Did you link up with anyone?
Yeah, I was training with a lot of boys. Me and Griff and Tabsy, we did a fair bit of running together. Hayden Young, Blake and Lockie Schultz did a bit of running. There was a lot of boys, even the young boys, Andy, Caleb. We did a lot of sessions together. So just because we couldn't go back home for Victoria, everyone stayed together. So we were all really keen to get as fit as possible.
When do you see the team getting better this year, Sean?
I think everyone's just going to improve slightly. We're a very young team. If everyone's training the way everyone's come back, we're really hungry, we're really eager to improve as much as possible. So I think the competitions for spots is the main one. If everyone's fighting every training session to get better and no one's happy with their spot, no one's walking into spots this year, I think there's a lot of competition for spots. That's the main one.
And Braden touched on it. You being the number one ruckman for this team is so important, but how awesome is it knowing that you've got some really talented midfielders to work with? Andy Brayshaw, Chera, the likes of those guys.
Oh, it's awesome. They're unbelievable blokes. They're really competitive footballers, and out in training, no one's really given an inch. We're competing really hard against each other, just trying to get each other better. They're always driving the standards of training, things like that, to get better, get stronger, get fitter. So it's really important.
And what about the mental toll of last season on you? I mean, we've seen it's been tough for other people in the footy industry. It's obviously a tough time for the players, a couple of hubs away. How are you feeling? I mean, it must be nice knowing hopefully you're going to get more football here.
Yeah, it was tough but I really enjoyed it. We're a pretty young group. I've got really no kids or family or girlfriend, so I was happy to go away for the hub, spend time with the boys, build those relationships with each other, things like that. And yeah, I'm really happy. I got to go home, which was a really good thing for Christmas, and see my family and friends, which I hadn't seen for about 8-9 months, which I was really grateful for. But now we're back to training. Hopefully we can stay here and play.
Really driven your own sort of pre-season and what it is that you want to get out of it, or has it sort of been a collaboration? Obviously, Bill Merriman taking over now as well. What's kind of been the way to give the process pre-season, knowing that you've got the long?
My approach has just been to get as fit as possible, make sure I'm healthy, make sure I'm out training every training session. That's the main one. I've had a lot of pre-seasons where I've come back fit and then I break down in January and I'm out for about 8 weeks, which really affects you during the year. So I'm working closely with Phil, with Dano, with our strength and conditioning, about my conditioning, about my fitness, about my strength and all that. So yeah, it's a bit of a collaborative approach.
How did you find training in the Victorian group? You basically had the first choice midfield just about.
Yeah.
Taking over the place.
No, it was good. We're all excited just to come out and get out of our house for a couple of hours, which we were really lucky and grateful that we were able to do that. So the vibe was good. We had Joel Corey and Matt Boyd there training with us, taking the drills with us, which they brought a lot of vibe, a lot of energy, which we hadn't really. We were really good because we hadn't seen each other, hadn't got to know each other. So I feel like the relationships with them two grew us especially.
And now you're back out of quarantine, you're working pretty closely with Darren Sendo.
Yeah, so Big Az is here today. He's here once a week, and then we'll do some ruck craft today after training as well, which will be good fun. And yeah, I'm working with him. I give him a text every week and see how he's going. I think we got dinner tomorrow night, so things like that. Yeah, working really close with him.
That change in relationship being like going from a teammate with him to coach player now?
Oh, it's been pretty similar. Like, he was basically as much of a teammate as a coach to me, as sort of father figure. He sort of showed me the ropes of how to be an AFL, how to be professional. So he's really, the same Aaron that I played with, really. He just shows me vision. We bounce ideas off each other, what he thinks I can work on, what I reckon we should do as a training group. So he's been really good.
He looks in decent shape. Does he reckon he can still run around and play?
Yeah, I reckon he could. He's working pretty hard for Gecko Landscaping, if anyone needs any landscaping, so hit him up. No, he's working really hard with that, so he's going really well with his business off field. So I reckon he'd go all right out there.
Another member of that Ruck group, Lloyd Meek, how's he going and how's it been, I guess, training with him, another big strong boy?
Yeah, he's going really well at the moment. Last year, this time last pre-season, he was coming back from a surgery on his foot, so this is the first full pre-season he's had. So he's put on a bit of size. He's looking really strong. He's out there and he's competing really well, which is good to see.
John, you touched on that it is quite a young group, and I guess when you've got a young group, forming a culture and identity is really important. And obviously, I believe JL, that's probably a discussion that you would be having. I mean, what do you guys as a Dockers group want to be known for? When other teams look at you, what do they want to see?
We just want to be hard to play against. We want to compete. We want to work hard. We want to be tough, and really hard to play against. We show up every day and we work really hard. We try to improve. We bring this energy, we bring this vibe to training every day, which is really enjoyable. It's a really enjoyable place to be at right at the moment. Everyone's similar age, everyone's trying to get the best out of each other. We're competitive and we don't want to give up.
Do you feel as though there's been a shift this year in the pre-season comparatively to other years in order to sort of embrace that mentality?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is probably the most intense pre-season I've been in terms of drills, tackling, going at each other fully. We're trying really hard to go at each other, and because that's how we're going to improve if we play most game-like intensity in training. So I feel like this one's been, we've torn up another gear, and that's probably from Fifey. Fifey's come back in really good shape. He's showing leading the way. He's been in really intense. He's going at each other, tackling, not giving a bar. So,
is there any fear, for lack of a better word, amongst the playing group about the potential of having to play away again for long periods of time this year, Sean, if border restrictions and stuff don't sort of come down?
There's no fear from us. We really enjoy, like I said, we really enjoyed the hubs last year. We really got a really good bond, really good group. So if we go away the hubs, I'm happy with that. I'm pretty easy going. I'll play here, I'll play hubs. It's not really up to me to decide. It's
just back on your fitness and your running. Have you nailed some PBs?
Yeah, I'm running really well. This season with Phil, it's a bit different. We're not doing the same running that we used to do last year. So it's been a really good change, but I feel like, I'm running really well, and the new running style, the running training has been really different. So I feel like, a lot fitter.